What you see here is a page from a website created using Google Websites, and that's what you're going to have the opportunity to do over this next week. You're going to be working with a partner, and you're going to be creating a website using information from Chapter 3, which is about money management strategies. And these are all important strategies that can help you to be successful with your finances as you move out on your own and become more responsible for your own finances. This was an example from last year. You'll be working with a partner, and these two young ladies created theirs, and as you can see on the left hand side, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages to their website. This is called the home page, and this home page has 3 columns, and they're kind of giving you a preview of what you're going to learn on their website about Chapter 3. If I click over here on the navigation bar, I can go to section 3.1. And it will just take a minute. And if I scroll down further, you can see their information. They use 3 columns. They have a rather large graphic there. 3.2 with lots of important information. 3.2 actually went on to another page, and then 3.3. And so that's what their completed website looks like. And what we're going to look at today is, well, how can you do this? How do you create one from scratch? And so what you'll do is you will go to your Google Apps, and we want to go to Sites. And the icon looks like this over on the right. And if you've ever created a website before, you'll get a list of the ones you've created. Now you might think, well, I haven't done this before, and then you'll be surprised to see that there's 1 or 2 in here, and that's because several teachers have used this. I know that psychology has, I think one of the history classes, but anyway, it doesn't matter what's in there because we're creating a new one. We go over to Create, click on the orange button, and they have a blank template, or you can browse the gallery for more. I don't want you to use anything from the gallery because I want you to create your very own, but I want you to realize that this is here in case you want to use Google Sites to create a website, maybe for a club that you're the president for, or maybe a youth sports that you're helping coach. But we're going to leave the blank template here highlighted, and where it says name your site, you're going to put the hour of your class, your last name, and your partner's last name. And then if we scroll down just a little bit further, you can see a choice called Select Theme, and we're going to do that. And they have quite a few to choose from. Sometimes students kind of get caught up here spending a lot of time choosing their theme, but you can change that in a minute later on. And you want to make sure you get the meat of the website created, and then you can always come back and fine-tune it. So let's say we choose Micro Blueprint. Click on the Create button up in the upper left-hand corner. All right, and then this takes you to the home page, and you can see the name is listed here, and on the left-hand side there will be a navigation bar for other pages. In the upper right-hand corner we have a pencil, and that's for editing. We have a piece of paper with a plus sign, that's to add more pages to your website, and on the far right we have the gear, and that takes us to more actions. This is where you can delete a page, change settings, you can go in and change your theme through here, and so you can investigate that a little bit later. What we want to do right now is create more pages so that we have it all set up to start with. So we're going to click on the piece of paper with the plus sign, and we're going to call it section 3.1, and then you can also put the name of section 3.1. I just don't have my book right here. Then I want you to ignore this information at the bottom. Even though it really seems like you should choose one of those, we don't want to. That seems to cause problems. We want to click on Create, Click on the Save icon, the button up in the upper right-hand corner. And then we want to repeat this whole process again. So we're going to click on the piece of paper in the upper right-hand corner. We're going to call it Section 3.2. Click Create. Click on Save in the upper right-hand corner. And then we're going to do it one more time. Section 3.3, Create, and Save. And now if we look over here on the right, you can see we have the Home, Section 3.1, 3.2, and 3.3. So let's go back to the Home. Let's click on the Edit. And if you wanted, say, 2 or 3 columns, which I recommend, you would want to go to Layout. And there's different ways you can do that. You can have a sidebar, you can have a column or a heading at the top and the bottom and 3 columns in the middle. So you're going to pick one of those, and then at that time you can type in here. You can also insert pictures. You can insert a table of contents, a text box, table, all kinds of things. So you can kind of play around with that. Let's say that you decided, I really don't like this theme, I want to change that. That's going to be in the upper right-hand corner underneath that gear. You're going to pull down to Manage Site. It's almost to the bottom. And on the left-hand side, you can see way at the bottom, Themes, Colors, and Fonts. We'll click on that. And then it's rather small, but they have a pull-down menu here where it says Micro Blueprint. And that's what we have right now. I'm going to go to the pull-down menu, and I might say, well, I kind of like that, but I like it with red better. So I'm going to do the Micro Sport. And it will show up on your screen here. If you decide, nope, I don't really like that, you can go ahead and try something else until you have what you finally like. You can click on Save. And then you're able to go back to your original home page just by going over here on the left. See where it says First Smith Jones, and that will take me back here to my first page. And I can go back to the edit mode and start creating my website. And that's pretty much it. It's pretty easy. People usually have fun with this. Let me know if you have any questions. You can also always go to the Google Help, or you can just Google it, or ask a classmate if I happen to be busy with someone else. So let's have fun and create a website for the information in Chapter 3.